edition of Tezzz Talk. This episode, I'm going to talk about some mind-blowing things that may take you as surprise. And I'm going to talk about some unrelated multiverse films. I'm not going to hold you too long. Go ahead and dive on in. Number one, we have Pacific Rim and Battleship. Very similar movies, but they may be in parallel universes or in a multiverse within a multiverse. Now, dive in with me now. Now, they both take place in the Pacific Ocean. Right. And they both have similar interests with aliens. Now, if you're watching Battleship, you see that there's a company called Rim Pack, similar to Pacific Rim. Rim Pack, Pacific Rim, it was both mentioned. Maybe it was a, coincidence, but if you know what I know, nothing is to be left to coincidence. And they both are heavily military impacted. Check out both films, do a compare and contrast. Move on to number two. Now, number two is a fan theory that I read online, but after deeper research, Mary Poppins and It. Again, I say Mary Poppins and It. Follow me closely on this one, everybody. Now, they both are ancient creatures of similar powers. It uses fear. Mary Poppins uses imagination. And they both tend to lure a boy named Georgie. They both take a liking to a boy named Georgie. And they both have a parallel with balloons and floating. They tend to like that type of thing. Balloons floating. Just watch it, man. It's mind blowing. But there are other things. But I need you to look deep and check that out. Move on. Number three. Now, number three, it's kind of a no-brainer. Brightburn and the Superman DC universe. Now, in this parallel universe where an alien crash lands on Earth, one becomes pure evil. The other one had humble beginnings and learned how to be more human-like. But they both have the same powers. And one is a symbol of hope, and the other one just wants everything to burn. Let's look at that. Move on to number four. Now, number four, mind-blowing to me, Transformers and G.I. Joe. I can end the show right there. Transformers and G.I. Joe are both within the same parallel multiverse universe. Now both are owned by the Hasbro toy company. Hasbro toy company. Both were created by that toy company, right? Now both are heavily militarized and or with the military. They both work hand in hand. And they both use high-tech weapons and vehicles. Mind you, it's like one without the other. Like, G.I. Joe mostly is military with high-tech weapons. Even in live action, it shows you more like the really sophisticated alien-like weaponry. And then there's Transformers, which are aliens, and they work really close with the military. To me, they both go hand in hand. Now that one right there really blew my mind. Let's move on. Number five. Now number five, another no-brainer. Star Wars and E.T. Star Wars and E.T. Now, of course, it makes sense, honestly, to me. Now, E.T. is solo alien in a human-dominated world, and Star Wars is, you have solo human characters in a heavily alien universe, galactic. And they both deal with corrupt systems. Just throwing it out there. Both deal with corrupt systems. Honorable mentions, let's talk about it. Might as well. Samurai Jack and Powerpuff Girls are in the same universe. Different times, because Samurai Jack is a time traveling through parallel universes because of what's his name? You know who I'm talking about. Also, Tom and Jerry, Flintstones, and the Jetsons. Yes, they all either happen one after another. Like, either it happened from it being really futuristic, crashing down to it being more back in the Stone Ages, or from the Stone Ages evolving up into having a more futuristic lifestyle. If you look at these animations, these cartoons, it's more like an eye-opener warning that, you know, if we as humans don't get our stuff together, we could be in that type of predicament. Another honorable mention, let me talk about it. I don't know why I mentioned it before, but Godzilla and Power Rangers. Again, I can start the show right now. Godzilla, a kaiju. Power Rangers, they use Megazords to fight kaiju. They have giant robots to fight giant monsters. Godzilla's a giant monster, king of all the monsters. There's even a comic book about it. Check it out. But other than that, hey, that's all I got today for this episode. Tezzz Talk Season 2. Until next time. Oh!
The expressed opinions within this show are solely the host and guest. We do not own the rights nor have ownership of the various clips, trailers, or film bits in this video. Weapons Free Media Productions Company is a privately owned company that creates all original content within this show. This is my show. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Without me, my show is worthless. Without my show, I am worthless.